Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another positive spin. Today we're going to be talking about Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I saw this in the theaters when I was younger, and I remember liking it, although not as much as 4, but there were things I did like about 5 better, like, for example, the mask. I thought the mask was pretty cool. But I did see this in the theaters. I saw 4 in the theaters, and I've seen every other Halloween movie in the theaters since 4. And actually, a few years ago, I was privileged enough to go see the original Halloween with my wife in the theaters, and we had a good time. All right, let's do a positive spin on Halloween 5. Now, everyone doesn't hate this film, but it does get a lot of hate, and I think unnecessarily so. Is it as good as 4? No, not in my opinion. Is it as good as 2 or 1? No. But it still has something to add to the franchise. Okay, I like the massacre of the pumpkin in the opening credits because that kind of lets you know what you're in for. It kind of builds the tension in just the credits because they're going to start showing the end of um, the fourth one to get you caught up. It looks cool. I always thought it looked cool, him escaping in the river. And when we were watching it, Joe and I were watching it, my wife actually made a comment about him floating down the river. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think Don Shanks is fantastic as Michael. I think he does a stellar job. He's actually good in just about everything he's in my opinion. I like how when he's cared for by the bum, or not a bum, like the guy who lives off the grid or whatever. I like how Halloween activates him again the following year. I think it's just cool and it plays into what we know for Michael Myers. Um, I like the rock through the window. It proves that it didn't completely scrap the idea of Jamie hurting her step or attacking her stepmother. I think that was important because I know everyone was waiting to see what was going to happen when Jamie attacked her stepmother at the end of 4. Spoiler alert. But, you know, they kind of went in a different direction, but they still um, made reference to it with the rock through the window. Um, where I think they could have killed Tina, I like that they killed Rachel, which sounds weird. But Joe and I were talking about this. It was kind of sad because of everything she went through. And, it just proves that no one's safe. And that I meant in the beginning, if those of us who have seen the film all the way through know that, spoiler alert, Tina does get killed towards the end. I do believe. Also, I like the telepathy. It's a good way to kind of show the progression of the Thorn story. Even though the Thorn trilogy, I don't really like a lot of aspects of it. I think it was a different direction to take Halloween in rather than him just coming back every, Halloween and killing people. It kind of showed a different side and it went more into the spiritual and the supernatural. Um, Loomis is great in this. As Joe said when we were watching this, it's him at his most unhinged, and I think he said that once before in the Super Slash Brothers stream, and he is very unhinged in this. I mean, he 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 goes for it in this one. He's like not really nice. He wants to get what he wants to get done, and he has no problem barreling over anyone that's in his way. I love Michael's car, not Michael Myers, although he does drive the car. I'm talking about Michael, the dickhole that was with Tina. I like his car. I thought it was really cool, and I like the mask that he was um, that he wore when Tina got in the car. I thought it would have been cool, and I think Joe does as well, to see him kill a few people in that mask before he put the other one back on. But I'm sure everyone would have complained about that as well. I like the shoot scene at the very end when they're in Michael's house, even though the house is kind of, well, it's very different looking than the other ones. I like it. I think it works well for the overall story. Um, and the shoot where Jamie gets caught, I just love it. Even though she got hurt in real life in that shoot, I think it's pretty cool. And it has a really cool ending where, of course, spoiler alert if you've never seen it, Michael gets taken in and goes to prison, and the Man in Black, who is a character that was in it a little bit, who's definitely in it more in the sixth one, in the producer's cut, and in the theatrical cut, the Man in Black breaks him out. I think that's really cool. This movie, while it's probably one of the more divisive films in the Halloween franchise, I still feel like it gets a whole lot of hate because Joe and I were deciding what to do for the month of October, and I wanted to review every Halloween film because I'd never reviewed any of them before. So, except for Halloween 2018, I did review that with my friend Nick, but that is the only one. And I wanted to kind of take time to review all of the films. And I know that some of the films are really hated, so why not put them in positive spin and give them a positive spin? And that's been my positive spin on part 5, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Please check out Joe's positive spin to see what he thinks of this movie. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.